I'm just really not a party girl. I don't care to party. And you know, when you think of Texas Tech, you really think like, I mean, especially like if you're in sororities, you know, you get that a lot. Like sorority girls just party. Not all of them do. And it's okay if you don't want to do it. It's okay if that's not your scene. Doesn't make you a weirdo. Doesn't make you a freak. Hey loves, and welcome to this week's video. If you're not subscribed, subscribe right now. Hit that red subscribe button and join the love tribe. You seriously want to subscribe. I'm telling you right now, subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Subscribe. Okay, so this has been such a highly requested video since I got done with freshman year of college. Everyone has been asking, please do a like recap of your freshman year of college. Just go through everything, you know, you learned, things you didn't know, tips, things you discovered about yourself, just little things like that. So I was like, yeah, we'll do that. I'm just gonna go through some things like that I learned about myself. So maybe you guys can like, you know, learn a little more about me. So this is more of like a get to know Presley, you know, kind of video. And just some tips and tricks like, you know, and things that you assume about college. I feel like I'm really far away. We're gonna start though. I made a list on my phone because I kind of have a lot to say and I wanted to make sure I hit every point in this video. I don't know why I'm breathing so hard. I always get nervous when I do sit down videos because I feel like they're more serious and I don't want to like miss things or like, I don't even really know. I don't know why I'm nervous, but we're gonna just jump right in. So I feel like when people think of college, they think of like three main I can't even talk. Okay, so to me, I think, I can't even talk. So to me, like, I think when people think of college, they think of like three main things, like partying, drinking, and, you know, the other. And I was just going to touch base on those and kind of like my experiences, my thoughts, and just like, you know, kind of like, you know, I go to Texas Tech and it's known as a party school, and you know the term Raider rash always comes up, so it's disgusting, but you know, so keep that in mind. The first thing that, you know, I think the main thing people think of when they think of college is like partying, that your kid's gonna go off and they're gonna go wild and, you know, be partying every night and just getting wasted and just having a grand old time. Well, freshman year taught me that I just really don't like partying. I don't like going out. There's like certain things like about it that really make me nervous, and I already have really bad anxiety. And so this kind of like partying just kind of triggers it for me. And like, it's mainly like clubs. Like, first of all, I don't like the crowds. They're just so crowded. The lines to get in are crazy, and they really scare me because they're like this, and then, you know, fights start happening, people start shoving and getting aggravated, or people are just, you know, already drunk and just out of their minds, and that just makes me nervous. So yeah, I don't like feeling like I can't even breathe, like so many people are around me. And then like when you get into it, it's the same thing. It's super crowded, super loud, and I know that's fun for a lot of people, but I don't know, it's just like, I just don't really care for it. And then, you know, just the drinking makes me nervous because everyone's pretty much, you know, out of their mind, sloppy drunk. And I always feel really sticky and dirty when I leave places like that because it smells terrible. It smells like alcohol, smoke, and I'm talking mainly about like clubs right now. House parties are kind of the same thing. They're not as crowded. Like, I kind of like that better because I feel like I can breathe more. But I still like going back to like, I just feel dirty and I just feel sticky, and I don't know, I just don't enjoy it. And like all the ones I've ever been to, like house parties specifically, everyone's like, you want to drink? Like, are you going to drink? And I'm just like, oh, no, I'm good. Like, honestly, like, I am not, by the way, trying to sound like a saint or like I'm just such a prude, because that's what I got called in high school a lot, was that I was too good and I was such a prude and all this. But I'm really not. It's just a preference. Like, that stuff just makes me really nervous, and like I don't care about it. So yeah, partying is just really not my thing. And so what I'm saying is, you know, when you go off, it's kind of like the big thing and everybody like wants you to, you know, thinks you should do it, and like that's, you know, part of the whole experience. Well, it's not. If you don't like it, if it makes you feel uncomfortable, if it's just really not your thing, but you just don't want to really tell anybody that because you think you're gonna be looked at like you're a loser or a weirdo or a freak, it's okay because you're not the only one. I'm the same way. I tried it, like, and I will still, I'm not saying I'm, you know, maybe one day I'll be all about parties like every night, you know, clubs every weekend, I don't know. But just right now and freshman year, it was just not really my thing. I would literally rather be at home watching Netflix, like drinking coffee. Like, that's just my thing. Like, I kind of like to have me time and like quiet time, because that's when I'm more like, that's when I like to do things like write music and just like, you know, think of things for YouTube and just be creative. And when I'm at places like that, I just feel really nervous and like overwhelmed, and I just don't really have a good time like most people. There were so many nights where I was just like, I just don't like I was at a club or something and I was like, I just don't enjoy this, like I'm ready to leave. I would like dance and like try to act like I was having fun. And I mean, it's not like I didn't have fun 24/7. Like there was parts where I was like, okay, this is fun, but I was always in the back of my mind thinking, okay, I wish it was like 2 hours later from now so I could like go home and leave. It's just not my thing. I don't know. The crowds, the smell, the dirtiness, the loudness, it's just, it doesn't vibe with me. I'm just really not a party girl. I don't care to party. And you know, when you think of Texas Tech, you really think like, I mean, especially like if you're in sororities, you know, you get that a lot, like sorority girls just party. Well, I mean, they do. I'm being honest, they do, but I just like, not all of them do. And it's okay if you don't want to do it. Maybe in a few years from now, maybe next year, I'll be like all about it, but they just make me nervous and I just don't enjoy it. Like I just honestly don't enjoy it. Next thing that kind of coincides with partying is drinking. So yeah, again, I just personally don't like to drink. Like I have tasted alcohol like 2 or 3 times, just like different things, like, and I just don't like, I don't like the taste of it. It literally like tastes like poison. That's to me what poison would taste like. It tastes like actual rubbing alcohol, and I just like, I don't find that enjoyable. I don't want to put that in my body. I just don't want to ever feel like I'm out of my mind, like I can't even drive myself. And that's a big thing. Like, you know, every time I would be at a club or a house party, like I always drove because I just like to be, I'm just honestly a control freak. This is probably why I don't like most of these things, but I like to be able to like leave when I wanted to leave, drive myself. My family, like we've had like past family members have been bad alcoholics. You know, I have a family history of alcoholism, and so I think that just makes me nervous because like I know it's in my genes, and so I never want to like, definitely don't ever want to get on that bandwagon and battle that fight and addiction, because it's not good and it destroys families, it destroys your health, relationships. I overthink stuff, so, but honestly, like, that's a big reason why I just don't drink and why I don't care to. The thought of like waking up the next morning and not remembering like things you said or like things you did, like that freaks me out completely. Like I don't know how people go out every night and do that. I've never gotten drunk because like I said, I just don't drink. Like I've had a few like sips of things, like whatever, but I just don't care to. And again, it does not make you a freak. It does not make you a weirdo if you go off to college and, you know, everyone's kind of pushing, you know, alcohol on you and, you know, acting like it's the thing to do at parties and, you know, even tailgates. Like, if you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. Like, it's fine. College, that's kind of what comes along with it, you know, or what people think. It's just, it's not my deal. And I'm not, again, trying to sound like I'm some saint. It's just, the party scene, drinking scene is just not for me. I don't enjoy it. I'd rather be at home hanging out with my sister and mom. And so I was talking about the 3 things, like partying, drinking, and like sex, like virginity. So like I said earlier, like Texas Tech is known for like, you know, partying, the social scene, and like I was saying, like don't get Raider rash. Like that's what you hear a lot when you're at Tech, because kids just like kind of go crazy and that they do a lot of, you know, that kind of stuff. Well, I don't think you have to do that to fit in. I'm just being honest, like I'm a virgin and I want to like save myself until I meet the right person, because like that's something I've always, you know, wanted to promise to myself and keep, because I just think that's a big part you're giving away to yourself, you know? And if it's not to someone you're marrying, I'm like, what's the point? Like that's, you know, that's just me. And it does not make you bad if you're not, for sure. Like, again, I'm not a saint. I'm not trying to say that, but just personally, from freshman year taught me, like, you don't have to do those things to, like, you know, live the college experience. Like, you don't. I guess I'm just really, like, picky. Well, I know I am. And so I've started saying lately that I'm overqualified. I don't really get impressed a lot. Like, there's been few guys that I'm like, oh, they're cool. Like, they're really cute. They're nice. Like, they kind of have the whole package. I don't want to waste my time on a guy that I know I'm not going to be with for the rest of my life, and especially like giving that part of yourself up to. It just really scares me and freaks me out. I have felt like a freak sometimes and like a loser and really awkward, and sometimes I still do, like when I'm feeling sorry for myself. I'm like, oh, I don't have a boyfriend, everybody else does. Like, I'm a virgin. That's so weird, right? Personally, I have found that I really am going to wait for the right person for me. Yeah, that was kind of really personal, but I'm trying to like, you know, open up to you guys more, because I feel like, you know, like as a creator, like you connect more with your crowd when you like are really honest and open. And I just like, you know, girls that, you know, maybe in my position where they feel like a freak or a loser because they don't like those kind of things that, you know, come with college. And if, you know, you're going into college and you're kind of in my boat, like, it's okay not to want to go out and drink and like, you know, get wild with guys every night. Like, it's okay. You still can have a fun time. Like, that's my whole thing. Next thing, freshman year recap. I want to talk about like being homesick. So the first week being at Tech, I was super homesick. Like, I literally remember every time I called my sister or mom, and especially FaceTime them, like I would start bawling when I would see them with like see their face like through the phone. Like, I'd start bawling because I miss them so much. Things that like helped me get over that was just call them every day. Like, call them, they want to hear from you. And then surround yourself with people you enjoy and make, you know, that make you feel more like you're at home. Like, if you're sad and homesick, don't just sit by yourself and, you know, get real, you know, in a little corner. Go out and find your friends and just, you know, be around people like that. But yeah, first week it was bad, but then I don't know, I really got over it real quick. I really can't talk because I'm not even that far away from home, so I really came home a lot and could whenever I wanted. Finally, one day I was like, oh, I've only talked to my mom like twice today, opposed to like 8 times, but it'll get better with time. So another thing is like friends, social life in college. So when I first went off to Tech, I was really nervous about just like, you know, making a group of friends immediately and just having people that I could rely and fall back on and just know that they would take care of me and just be like another family, you know, away from home. Tips that I would say and things that really helped me was to just put yourself out there. Like, if you're in a math class, just talk to the person next to you. Say, hey, did you get these notes from last week? Because I wasn't here. They could end up being a really good friend of yours. First semester at Tech, I was in a math class. It was contemporary math because, you know, we all know how good I am at math. This girl that sat next to me, we became really good friends because I just started talking to her. We still Snapchat. Her name's Ruby. So Ruby, if you're watching this, hey girl. You just really had to put yourself out there and just talk to people. And, you know, it's going to be nerve-wracking because you're like, oh my God, I don't want to act like a freak, like college. Ugh. Just put yourself out there. And another tip, like, you know, if this isn't even a have to, but I did join a sorority and that really opened me up to like a huge group of friends immediately. Like, right when I got there, it was rush week the first week, and then I immediately just kind of like fell into the sisterhood and had all these girls that I knew I could like go to, you know, and I don't know, that was really good. I have like 2 really close friends now from my sorority, and like I know I could call on them. Like, we still Snapchat all the time, and I know I could call them whenever I needed them, and it's just crazy. Like, they'll definitely be at my weddings. So anyway, so join a sorority, kids, if you want. So yeah, just social life in college, freshman year, I just really had to put myself out there, really. You just have to. You just can't be nervous. You just have to go up and talk to people. It will work in the end, kids. The light is at the end of the tunnel for math if you struggle like me. Last thing I'm going to touch on is anxiety. So like I said earlier, I have really bad anxiety, and I really do want to make a video over it and like kind of my story and like my tips and tricks for like helping it and just, you know, like just opening up and talking about it. So if you guys want to see that, just let me know in the comments. So yeah, you know, of course I had it like when I moved off to college a little bit. So just some of the stuff that I had to do was like I had to pray a lot. I read my Bible a lot. That really helped me find peace and just like feel more secure and not as, you know, worried. And then take lots of walks. If you're ever anxious, just go work out or just walk around the campus. It's there. It's beautiful. Texas Tech especially. So yeah, lots of walks really helped. I always felt so much better after I'd walk. Drinking lots of water always helped me for some reason. If I was feeling a little nervous, like in class, I would just start drinking water and I felt better. Also, I always try to get vegetables and fruit in my meal at least twice a day, like 2 meals a day. Like, just get, you know, just try to eat healthy in college. Also, I just had to make myself go out and do fun things like shopping, go to the movies, or just like go up to my sorority lodge and just hang out with people. Like, you really need to just put yourself out there and just like go out and do stuff if you're ever feeling nervous. This is the stuff I had to do freshman year of college and like things I wanted to touch on and address. And so yeah, that's kind of all my points. So it's kind of quick. Partying, not my thing. Drinking, not my thing. As far as like boyfriends, dating, all that, I don't know. I'm just like waiting for the, I don't even know. I don't even know. I'm just overqualified, honestly. But yeah, like I did a lot of growing, made a lot of great lifetime friends. It was great overall. I just wanted to point out those few things that I was saying earlier just to make, you know, bring awareness and just like, you know, if there's other girls out there that, you know, feel the same way, like my mom and sister. They're cleaning out Hartley's room, and that's always a big ordeal, and they're laughing right now, but in 5 minutes they'll be screaming at each other. If there's any girls out there that feel the same way, like, you don't have to, you're not a freak if you don't like to do those things. Like, it's fine. Like, you're not. Who really cares? Like, who cares? Just say you're overqualified, girl, because you are. I swear, I really do wish I was a club person. I wish, like, I was, like, all about partying and stuff, because it looks fun, but once I'm there, I just don't enjoy it. But I've literally, yes, to the people that do that all the time, like, I think it's cool. And, like, I wish I could, like, it's just not me. It's not my thing. Tech was great. I'm so glad that I chose to go to that university because it was a beautiful campus. My classes were easy. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Be on the lookout for this next video coming up because I'm just going to tell y'all what we're doing so you can look forward to it because I'm so excited and I'm nervous. We are going to my old elementary school that's really apparently haunted. It was built on an Indian burial ground, and we're gonna go ghost hunting. I have a ghost hunting app in my phone. It was free from the app store, so it's really high quality. We're gonna go all through the elementary, lights off, and then also through these tunnels we have, so it'll be freaking scary. There are a lot of interesting stories that has happened in that school, so just be waiting. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys!